Two new One Piece chapters dropped. Chapter 1110 and Chapter 1111. So there's a lot of things that get revealed in it. Sit back, relax, and this is the story of Chapter 1110 and 1111 of One Piece. The story continues with the arrival of the five elders. Everyone can feel it, everyone is nervous. We can see in the Holy Land, the five elders have disappeared while the broadcast from Vegapunk still on air. We see this beautiful panel with the circles of the five elders and their summoning. There's still 7 minutes till the broadcast actually begins. Luffy is in shock and we can see every elder that is there. The Gyoki, Itsumari, the Hoki, the Pakutsu, the Sandworm, the five elders and their five forms. This is the first time we've seen them and seeing their transformation and powers. Luffy is just standing there. In front of him is every elder transformed. The five elder planets, supreme overseers of the world government, the pinnacle of it, the highest authority. They are all there for Vegapunk and Luffy. The Pakutsu runs in the forest, going at one of the pacifistas. When he's about to attack him, he goes back to his normal form. Like the transformation can alter his form to whatever degree he wants, and he's a swordsman from the looks of it. A perfect match for Zoro. The pacifistas have stopped working all over the island. The elders have gone at them, destroying them and getting it done. Sanji and the other Straw Hats are trying to escape. They need to get to the back of the island so they can leave. One of the elders is going at them with his full speed in the air, but he's attacked before actually penetrating the dome. The other elders are in front of Luffy. The giant worm goes at him. It's digging the ground. Luffy is in a tough situation, I'm not gonna lie. Like, it's tough against one elder. Imagine 5. The Straw Hats are a bit lost. Some of them are at the ship like Usopp, Brook, Chopper and Nami, while Zoro, Jinbei and the others are still not there. Zoro is still fighting Rob Lucci. They can sense the power of the elders, so Zoro is not taking anything lightly. As soon as Lucci goes at him with an attack, he uses the 3-sword style and with one swift attack defeats Rob Lucci. Zoro has actually done it. He actually beaten and awakened Lucci with just one move. And he's in front of Jinbei. As soon as he arrived at his location, Rob Lucci has lost to the Demon King. On the other side of the island, it's Luffy. The worm attacks him and eats him. As soon as it happens, Braga and Dory arrive seeing that. They say, "Did you see him? What a nostalgic face. A dark belly is no place for someone like that. Let's go." They go in to help him, and actually the giants attacked an elder. They laugh and laugh. "It's been too long, Straw Hats. We had come to see you. The waiting around has been getting unbearable." This is what I like about the allies of the Straw Hats. They just don't care if it's the world government, if it's anyone. If it's against Luffy, they will help him. This is the power that Luffy has, and this is why I love him this much. He has the power to make anyone his ally. But the story doesn't end. This was the end of chapter 1110, but we continue with chapter 1111. With one of the elders who transformed to the spirit thin, unable to penetrate the dome, is just looking from the outside, and he sees Jinbei. The haki that this bird has is unreal. He goes as fast as he can towards Zoro and says, "The fight is over. Zoro, let's move." While Rob Lucci is still standing. He has lost, but he didn't fall down. Even though he's badly injured, he's not falling down. He starts screaming. Jinbei grabs Zoro and looks at Lucci. With Fishman Karate, he attacks him, blowing him away. With this one, Rob Lucci doesn't fall completely. He just falls on one leg and transforms back to normal. He hasn't lost, and this is what I love about him. He stood up no matter the attacks, no matter anything. He just stood up, didn't fall, because this is not like him. He fell once against Luffy. He doesn't want to repeat that. The elder arrives finally to Lucci. He's in disbelief of what he's seeing. The elder asks, where is Yor? He says, she's still in the control room. It's on the first floor of building A. He tells him that the two that ran off are Zoro and Jinbei. And he starts telling him everything that he knows about the Cypher Paul agents that are imprisoned. And he continues and says, we have 6 minutes before Vegapunk's message. But one last thing, my partner should be in the control room. He was badly injured. Please find a way to spare him. He's asking for mercy from someone who doesn't comprehend it. That might not be possible. It is hard to single out a lone insect when you are getting rid of the hive. This is why I hate the elders. They see themselves as above everyone and they treat people as insects, even their allies. I just don't like them. Back with Luffy, Dora and Proggy. They're exchanging talks and Luffy doesn't know that he's the Joy Boy. But Proggy and Dory know. They tell him the plan to get to the back of the island and leave. They signal that they got to Luffy and the elders get notice of it. And one of them just screams a conqueror hockey scream, which changes the look that Luffy has. And I'm liking this Gear 5 like shenanigans, and we will see more in this chapter. But Luffy is still standing. The 5 against the elders begin with one of them attacking Proggy and Dory, and they attack him too, actually landing an attack on one of the elders. Saturn, seeing that, he throws venom at them. Luffy grabs a tree, starts preparing it like with his teeth, pins it and uses it as a baseball bat. He even has the hat and throws back the venom at the elders. And this is one of the first time we've seen him actually doing something like this. It's like the way he does it's actually funny. Even when the venom lands at the elders, he can't believe what the attack did. Dora and Proggy grab Luffy and starts heading to the back of the island, where the other Straw Hats, most of them arrive. We see Kizaru. They try to treat him and he says, my wounds run deep, just let me rest already. He's crying actually. Kizaru doesn't want any of this. He doesn't want anything to happen to Vegapunk. He's his friend after all. This is the human side of Kizaru. But this is the cherry on top. The thing that will change everything in this arc. Something way bigger than a giant just showed up on the northeast shore. It's like a titan in the middle of an inferno, and it seems to be growling something. Forgive me, Joy Boy. This is the robot that was on the island, the robot that moved as soon as Luffy transformed to the Joy Boy form. He has awakened to help him, and this is just teasing what will happen in the next chapter. This titan will clash with the elders. It will be the reason that, in my opinion, Luffy and the others escaped this island. A relic of the ancient times, a relic of the Void Century is on this island. A relic of someone who knows the Joy Boy. And this is where our story ends for now. This was the story of chapter 1110 and chapter 1111 of the One Piece manga. Tell me what you all think in the comments, and saying that, I will see you on the next one. Bye bye.